She ruined my reputation, but I had her expelled with one phone call. Sophia walked into Luna's kitchen during lunch rush and loudly announced to the packed restaurant that she hoped the health department knew what they were doing here. 3 days later, anonymous tips flooded in about drug activity at our family restaurant. Health inspectors shut us down within 48 hours. Police searched our building with drug dogs, and our family's 20-year legacy was destroyed overnight. My parents were devastated, crying as they watched customers drive past our boarded-up windows. The local news ran a story about suspected drug activity at ethnic restaurant, and our phone rang constantly with people canceling catering orders and demanding refunds. The rumors spread like wildfire at school. Sophia would whisper to groups of students about how she always knew something was off about my family's restaurant and how she felt unsafe eating our food. She'd make comments about how immigrants probably brought their criminal habits with them and how our neighborhood needed to be cleaned up. I watched her smirk when I walked by, clearly enjoying the destruction she'd caused. My parents had to take out a second mortgage just to pay our bills while we fought to clear our name. The stress was killing my father, who'd already had 2 heart attacks. Our family doctor warned us that the constant anxiety could trigger another cardiac event. That's when I decided to review our security camera footage from the past few months, hoping to find evidence of the real drug dealers who supposedly used our restaurant. What I found made my blood boil. There was Sophia, clear as day, breaking into our restaurant at 3 a.m. through the back door she'd somehow gotten a key to. She was systematically planting small bags of white powder behind our stove, hiding prescription pill bottles in our pantry, and placing drug paraphernalia in our dumpster. She'd done this multiple times over 6 weeks, carefully staging everything to look authentic for when she called in her anonymous tips. The footage showed her taking photos of the planted evidence with her phone before sneaking back out. But when I dug deeper into public records and social media, I discovered something even more sinister. Sophia hadn't just targeted us. She'd been running a systematic campaign against 8 other immigrant-owned businesses in our area over the past 3 years. The Korean dry cleaner got reported for money laundering. The Mexican bakery faced health violations after someone anonymously reported unsanitary conditions. The Indian grocery store was investigated for tax evasion. I found her private Instagram account where she bragged to her followers about taking back our neighborhood and making America how it used to be. When I confronted her in the school parking lot with printouts of the security footage, she didn't deny it. Instead, she laughed and said, "Your family doesn't belong here anyway." The next day, Sophia escalated by calling ICE on our family with completely fabricated tips about immigration violations, claiming we were harboring illegal workers and running a human trafficking operation out of our restaurant kitchen. ICE agents showed up at our house at 6 a.m., demanding to see everyone's papers and searching our home for evidence of smuggling. My little sister was so terrified she wet herself when the agents questioned her about suspicious people coming to our house. That's when I realized Sophia wasn't just racist. She was dangerous and had to be stopped before she destroyed more families. I started documenting everything: her social media posts, the businesses she'd targeted, the timeline of her attacks, and most importantly, the security footage of her planting evidence. I called the FBI's Civil Rights Division and sent them a comprehensive file with over 200 pages of evidence. Agent Johnson told me they'd been tracking similar hate crime patterns in our area and that my documentation was exactly what they needed to build a federal case. Within 2 weeks, federal agents were interviewing all of Sophia's victims and uncovering the full scope of her operation. The investigation revealed that Sophia was receiving monthly payments from a local white supremacist group called America First Patriots, who were funding her campaign to systematically drive out minority-owned businesses. She was getting $500 for every business she successfully shut down or forced to relocate. Sophia was arrested at school during lunch and charged with federal hate crimes, conspiracy, evidence tampering, and making false reports to federal agencies. She's facing 15 years in federal prison.